after the game that you think you guys play better when you're angry, and I don't know if you're real angry right now. You're pretty happy. So how do you get that mindset for long?
I said angry, but I really meant like with an aggressive mindset. You know, when you're angry, you're pretty aggressive on both ends of the floor. So you know, playing like you're angry, pretty much is how I meant that. But yeah, it works in our favor every time we go out and play like that.
As far as you personally, what's been the difference in your play, you think, the last couple of games?
I think I can't say after the Pitt game, controlling my fouls, but you know, trying to pick and choose when to be really aggressive overall, knowing when the game is coming my way and how to take advantage of it.
How do you explain the difference in the way you guys played against Pitt and then turn around and do just the opposite against North Carolina? And can you keep that kind of performance up, or where do you go from here?
Thinking the Pitt game, we were kind of relying more on our offense than our defense, and realizing that that's not how we're going to get the job done in the conference, and knowing that our defense is really what's going to carry us through the conference. So that's the biggest realization we came to.
Stephen, where is your progress in terms of guarding the pick and roll as the big, and what are some things that you feel like you still need to get better at guarding in those situations?
I feel like I've gotten better at moving my feet. You know, we really jump the ball screens, so I feel like there's still ways to go in that. You know, staying locked in full 30 seconds, but other than that, I feel like I've really improved in that area.
Is the big win over Carolina something that can really be a boost from here forward as far as confidence, knowing what you can do when you put your mind to it? That not you personally, but the team.
It can be if we use that energy the right way. You know, if we let it fuel us to do better, other than we live off of these success of beating Carolina. So that's the difference in how we move on from here on out.
For you having set out the year, and then you had Coach Mack come in, was there a lot for you to kind of regain the form of the rhythm, the routine of going through a basketball season, playing the season?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like the biggest thing I could take away from you know, just going through the season is just consistency, being the same person every day, having the same work habits every day, and rehab habits every day too. You know, I'm always in the training room. Whenever you come to the Yum, you'll always find me there, because I'm always working on my body and stuff and make sure I can go hard every time I'm out on the court. But that's some of the biggest differences I can point out.
How difficult is that when you look around the ACC and there's all these, you know, crazy upsets happening day in and day out? And I mean, you guys have been part of one. How do you kind of view that when everything's so unpredictable?
Can you repeat that one?
How do you make yourself maintain consistency when you know that kind of anything can happen in this league?
It's really everything I can control. You know, I really make sure the things that I can't control, I take advantage of, like, no matter what's happening outside. You know what I mean?
Just looking at Boston College, do you know anything about them? And if so, I guess what problems could they create?
I know they've had a few tough games, but they are a really good team, and we just have to make sure we come to play tomorrow, most of all, and play our game.
I guess you probably paid attention to follow up on Danielle's question about the scores and all the upsets happening. What are your thoughts on the ACC at this point?
I feel like the ACC is very unpredictable right now, and a lot of teams are getting upset. I feel like the most tough together and unbreakable team will prevail again. That's all I have to say about it.
Stephen, what were your kind of initial impressions of Dwayne Sutton when you first started to get to know him and practice with him and play with him? What came to mind?
He's just someone who gets the job done for you. told him he's like one of the most solid dudes on the team, and he'll always do what you ask, and he's gotten better at taking advantage of his opportunities as well, not just what you ask of him. Like he's gone the extra mile to really strive in this conference.
Has Coach Mack talked to you guys yet about, kind of not resting on your laurels and making sure you don't backslide and so forth after that big win?
Yeah, we try to remind each other as well. Make sure we don't dwell in the moment at all, because this conference really quick. The games come really quick, and every time you play, it's like a dogfight. So you gotta make sure that we're the same team coming out every game.
Stephen, when you're scouting big men, what kind of things do you look at when you're getting ready to go against them? And on that same question, what do you see in Boston College's big guy?
I look at the places where they're most effective on the court, whether that be offensively or defensively, and how I can attack that and take advantage of that when I'm playing against them. Pretty much. Other than that, I think I see their numbers and stuff, and how often they get on the glass, on the offensive glass, and take that into consideration, because when I'm boxing out, that's like a job for me, so I have to make sure I take advantage of that.
Coach said you seemed to play Saturday more relaxed or more patient. Do you feel like maybe you were kind of getting into a rush offensively in the last few games before that?
I feel like I have been in a rush before, but I feel like lately I have been taking my time and realizing like my opportunities at the rim. So I feel like Coach Mack is right about that.
Your last two games, you come off the bench and you've had two of your best games probably. Anything about, there've been some times you got some early foul trouble about not starting. Do you feel like you kind of get a few free minutes there, and so you're not immediately in foul trouble? Does that maybe free you up at all?
I can't really tell, because there's been games where I don't get in foul trouble when I started, and there's been games where I have. It's just, progressing throughout the season and becoming better in that area. I can't really speak on it. Sometimes some of the fouls I get, I don't really understand, but the refs, they really help me, because I ask them like what I do wrong and stuff, so that next time I come out, I don't make the same mistake.
You have been so successful. Do you like coming off the bench? I mean, is that something you relish, or would you rather be out there starting?
I'm just trying to play. That's all. I'm not really. It don't matter if I'm starting or coming off the bench. I just want to play.
You mentioned talking to the refs about what you did wrong. How much on film have you spent trying to figure out the situations where you are fouling, and I guess how much work goes into avoiding that in the future?
Immediately after the game, I reflect on my fouls and how they happen. Sometimes I'm out of position. Sometimes I'm too aggressive, and sometimes I'm just, I'm not locked into a certain play, out of position. So just gotta make sure I'm on top of those.
Anything else?